Hey guys, what's going on? Ajshig here. How you guys doing today? It is Monday that I'm recording this, so hopefully I get this up in the same day. I definitely don't want to get out of schedule already, but I I've had a pretty hectic week, but things are coming together now. Things are kind of starting to relax a little bit. This is I believe, 47 and 3 commentary. This is actually the first gameplay in a while that I've actually used kill streaks. And I guess if you've watched any of my other videos, I pretty much only use specialist because when I get my kills, I like to get them with my gun. And I don't know, I just feel like it's more honest that way or something. I don't know. But I decided to go ahead and put on the kill streaks for this one. I think this is my first game with them in like almost forever. And I did pretty well. So I hope you guys enjoy the gameplay. Today is Monday, so it is our special day or whatever with informative stuff. This is going to be on Delta Force and how Delta Force works. So I hope you guys find it interesting. I think Delta Force is really interesting. They're very enigmatic and just peculiar. I hope you guys find it as exciting as I do. I couldn't include everything on this. They are, like I said, enigmatic, and information about them is difficult to come by. But my source is How Stuff Works, and the article is by Josh Clark. And if you guys want to learn more, you can go there and read up there. And I'll go ahead and get started. Alright, so I think Delta Force is really cool. They are trained to the highest level, higher than any other branch of the U.S. military. They are trained as professional assassins and are almost considered mercenaries. Delta Force is officially known as Special Forces Operational Detachment Delta, also known as Combat Applications Group, or CAG. Their members mostly include Green Berets, but they draw on members from all branches of the military, like the U.S. Army Rangers that we just covered last week. And they only take the best. Delta Force members are not called soldiers, but operatives, and they do not abide by the traditional philosophies of military life. They wear civilian clothes, and they work for whomever needs them. Mark Bowden, the author of Black Hawk Down, interviewed Delta Force operatives, and one of them famously described Delta Force by saying that they are professional soldiers who hate the Army. It is important to note, however, that neither the U.S. government nor the military officially acknowledges the existence of Delta Force. So much of what we know about them cannot be supported by official reports from the U.S. Since their exploits are the stuff of legends, it is difficult to keep all of their activities under wraps, and that is why we know what we know about them. Delta Force has been criticized for undertaking missions that are on the fringe of regular laws by the military. This causes many to worry that Delta Force has more power and less accountability than any other military outfit. Delta Force is funded by secret government accounts, which are away from the public eye. And I think this part is pretty cool. Delta Force only answers to one man, and most believe that the one man is the president. So they're pretty much at the president's beck and call. So we'll get in here to the origins of Delta Force. Delta Force is one of two military outfits in the U.S. charged with counterterrorism operations. The other group is the Navy's Special Warfare Development Group, or DevGRU. Unlike DevGRU, however, if you remember, Delta Force does not officially exist. In the 1970s, the world was introduced to extremist groups like Germany's Red Army faction and the Palestinian Liberation Organization. This is when words like terrorism, hijacking, other stuff started coming into our vocabulary. In response to the sudden widespread emergence of terrorism, the U.S. Army Colonel Charles Beckwith proposed that the government create a small, skilled tactical team capable of responding with quick and deadly force to terrorist activities. In 1977, Beckwith began recruiting from Green Berets, the U.S. Army Rangers, and the airborne divisions to assemble the first Delta Force teams. He created a grueling training course based on that of the British Special Air Force Service, or SAS, which were an elite commando unit capable of carrying out highly specialized missions. Beckwith's knowledge of their training came from when he spent a year in an exchange program with the SAS and was inspired by his experience. Today, Delta Force and the SAS still often serve side by side. Delta Force is separated into 3 different combat squadrons, A, B, and C, along with a support squadron, signal squadron, aviation platoon, and a funny platoon. And I don't know why they call it funny platoon, but the funny platoon is the intelligence gathering outfit of Delta Force, and is also probably, most believe that this squadron is the only squadron that allows women to be in it. Each combat squadron is composed of smaller units called troops, which specialize in airborne or ground or water insertion, much like the Green Beret. Troops can be split into small mission teams of up to 12 men and as few men as 1. Since the operatives come from military backgrounds already, the recruits are already trained to kill. But as Delta Force operatives, they become trained killers, as counter-terrorist operatives. Delta Force operatives are also trained in the art of hostage rescue in closed spaces. When they rescue hostages, the hostage takers are rarely left alive. It was Beckwith, the creator of Delta Force, who mandated the simple 2-tap method of dealing with terrorists. The 2-tap method is described as 2 shots into each terrorist. And as a general rule, Delta Force operators don't spare those who may come back to fight them again. And there are lots of rumors and criticism surrounding Delta Force. And if you'd like to know more about that, they get some. I think one of them is, they started operating within the United States, which they're not supposed to do. Instead of doing their regular training regimens, they decided to train in real-world experiences, but within the U.S. And many people criticize them for how they don't have enough accountability. They only answer to the president, and they don't officially exist. So, and they're, They're funded by nameless government accounts. So, they literally don't have much by way of accountability. It's difficult to punish a group that doesn't officially exist, and it's difficult to regulate a group that doesn't officially exist. So if you guys would like to learn more about Delta Force and these rumors that surround them, you can go to howstuffworks.com. That's where I got a lot of my information. And I'll talk a little bit about their tactics. There isn't much known exactly about their tactics, but one of the general things that we do know about them is that they operate within the countries where they're stationed, and since they wear civilian clothes, they wear the clothes and stuff of where they're stationed. Like if they're stationed in Iraq or Palestine or whatever, they'll wear the headdresses and stuff so that they can fit in and not bring attention to themselves. And they operate sort of like insurgents do, and it's very difficult to stop them when you can't really see them. So, alright guys, we're coming to the end of the gameplay here. I hope you've enjoyed this commentary on how the U.S. Army Rangers work. Stay tuned. I will start uploading a little more again and try to keep you guys with some fresh content, not just on Mondays. So I hope you enjoy. We'll see what we do next week. Thanks for watching, guys. Rate, comment, subscribe, whatever. Take care.